can't fix the dang thing. Biggest day of my life. And this old machine had to go and fail me.
Oh, well, Paul, maybe it's better this way.
What do you mean? Ain't you just aching to set eyes on your brother?
Well, of course I am. Maybe it's better us seeing Lonnie right here at home for the first time instead of down at the depot in front of all those people.
Perhaps you're right. But even if you weren't, there ain't nothing we can do about it. Come on, honey. Give me a hand. We'll push this balky old machine back up to the house. All right. Easy now.
I don't like being stood up. I was looking all over for you. When you didn't show up, I thought maybe Maud made you go into town to meet Lonnie.
Why are you all dressed up?
Well, it's David's birthday.
To give him a present.
Cass, why did you stand me up?
What happened again, Pete?
Good, then come on out of the water and I'll forgive you.
Because I'll never make a date to meet together.
What do you mean?
Just what I said.
Well, you don't mean that. Now come on out of the water. I want to talk to you.
We can talk staying just like we are.
Cass, will you stop playing games and come out of the water?
If I come out, you'll stop playing games.
Wouldn't you like that?
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. Unless maybe you've been seeing somebody else behind my back. Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah.
Who is it? Who you been seeing?
Oh, nobody, Pete.
Why did you say that?
I didn't know what else to say.
We're not ever gonna stop seeing each other, Cass.
What do you think would the Colonel think if he knew how we feel about each other?
I don't know. I don't care. Funny thing.
What?
That Lonnie would come home on David's birthday. Let's go.
Hello? Bert? Yes, sir, Colonel.
High time you was coming back here to the house.
Yes, sir, Colonel. I'll do my best. Goodbye, sir.
Now that you've opened all your presents, Davy, it's time to cut your cake. But first, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Davy.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, birthdays are such fun.
Poor little Dave is so worn out from all this partying, Mrs. Marquand. Why, he can't hardly keep his little eyes open.
I suppose you're right. Sleep well, Davy, dear. And when you wake up, we'll have all kinds of wonderful fun with all the beautiful presents you got. Bert, what on earth are you doing?
Why, I'm gathering up little Davy's toys, Mrs. Marquand.
Leave those things right where they are. Davy's heart would be broken if he woke up and found his toys gone.
Yes, Mom. If I was a good lord, I wouldn't let that old train stop in town. I just let it keep going, going, until it reached Kingdom Come.
Lonnie? Welcome home, Lonnie.
Hello, Luke.
Seeing that nobody bothered to come and meet you, I'll drive you home.
Well, you don't have to put yourself to no trouble.
Well, it's no trouble at all. I was coming out tomorrow to have a little talk with you anyway, and so instead of tomorrow, we'll have our talk today.
Now, you never do give up, do you?
Not when I think I'm right.
Well, you ain't right. So we ain't got nothing to talk about. Not today, tomorrow, next week, or next year. You hear?
Yeah, I hear, but I don't agree. Lonnie, I still think that you...
I don't give a damn what you or anybody thinks.
Well, how'd you enjoy your vacation, boy? Oh, I guess after a man's been through what you've been through, he just ain't no mood for kidding, huh, boy?
I guess not, Otis.
You must have a mighty big thirst. I bet they ain't the only thirst you've got, either.
I'm going home, Otis.
Oh, come on. That boy serves better stuff than that shine your paw makes. And as much as you're going to teetotal on it.
No more than you have, Otis.
Well, then come on. Let's have a drink, boy. Hi, Roy.
Hello, Sheriff. Good to see you, Lonnie. You're looking fine.
Good thing that bar's between you two, Nellie. No telling what'd happen. That's the first Lon's been to a woman in 6 years.
Roy, you ought to be more particular who you serve in your place.
Why don't you keep your mouth shut, sir?
Why don't you act the way the sheriff of this county ought to act? Instead of slapping scum like this on the back, glad talking him, you ought to be making it plain that he ain't wanted around here.
You made your feelings plain enough. If you'd have made them any plainer, you wouldn't have been able to finish that meal you eating now. If I was you, I'd use that jaw for chewing instead of talking.
Welcome home, Lonnie. It's good to have you back.
What's good about having that filthy murdering convict back in town? If I'd have been the judge, he'd have never had the chance to live with decent, civilized people again. He'd have chains around his legs and he'd be breaking rocks until the day he died.
Well, ain't you got nothing to say, Lonnie?
Yeah. Lucky thing for me, Thurn wasn't a judge.
That all you got to say, Lonnie?
Thanks for the drink, Otis.
Hello, Bob. Hello, son.
Oh, you're looking fine.
So do you, boy.
You know, when you didn't show up down at the depot there and meet me, kind of worried I thought something gone wrong.
For 6 long years, everything's gone wrong, Lon. But now that you're here, Ain't nothing ever gonna go wrong again.
Hey, Pa. Who's that woman standing there in the road?
Woman? Oh, that's Cass. She sure turned into a real full-blown female, didn't she, Lon?
Oh, yeah.
Got all the boys in town buzzing around her, like bees around a honeypot.
I can't believe that's little Cass.
Ain't nothing little about Cass no more.
Hi, Cass.
Welcome home, Lonnie.
Well, what's the matter? Have I got germs or something?
I don't like to kiss men with whiskey on their breath.
Well, you better get used to it, honey, or it's going to cut down your list of spooning partners considerable.
Hi, sis. Oh, you're looking so good, sis. Hey, no. My coming home is going to make you cry. I'm just going to turn around and head for someplace else.
Oh, no, you ain't, Lon. You're back where you belong. And right here's where you're going to stay.
All right, for Bert and that nurse to humor your poor mother, that's what they're
I
getting
only went
paid.
because I didn't want to hurt
Now,
Mother's
don't
feelings.
interrupt me, boy. You think people will say if they know Jew was...
Nude you were.
They knew you were attending a birthday party for your dead little brother and bringing him presents. What do you think they'd say, boy?
I do have a name, Dad. I wish you'd stop calling me boy.
I'll do that when you start acting like a man. If your mother was herself, how do you suppose she'd feel knowing that you was seeing that Cass Wilson? How do you suppose she'd feel knowing you was capping around with the sister of the man that killed your little brother? How do you suppose she'd feel, boy?
Well, I guess she wouldn't like it.
I don't like it either. Not one little bit. You give me your word you'll stop seeing that girl, we'll say no more about it. I'm waiting, boy.
All right.
No backbone at all. Just like his mother. You, Melinda, you're just like me.
Lee, I'm prettier than you are, Ben. I don't talk like a sharecropper.
I'll be always talking like a sharecropper, so you best stop trying to educate me. Now, you don't seem one bit worried about Lonnie being back.
No reason for me to be, Ben.
I ain't so sure. How long are you gonna be gone, Doc?
I'll be back to the after tomorrow. Colonel, I wish you'd change your mind.
How many times have I got to tell you that I'm never going to allow my wife to go to no insane asylum?
How many times do I have to tell you that the Reardon Clinic is a mental hospital, not an insane asylum?
Same thing. She's going to stay right here at home where she belongs.
Just yesterday you said we was never going to stop seeing each other. Never didn't last very long, did it, Pete?
We can still see each other if we're just careful that nobody sees us together.
No.
Why not, Cass?
Oh, now you just let go of me.
Cass.
Don't you know no better than to let yourself be nestled by a stallion belonging to Colonel Ben Marquand?
I said cut it out.
Says it all, Annie.
I said we were never going to stop seeing each other. I meant it. I love you. Do you hear?
Oh, I don't believe that you do.
Well, you should, because it's true.
Well, then prove it.
All right.
Can't prove it that way.
How do you expect me to prove it? How?
Marry me. Oh, don't look so shocked. That's what people in love usually do, you know.
I know that, Cass. There's nothing usual about a man being in love with
Listen,
his
if
sister.
you love me, nothing make any difference. Come out of my way. Nothing at all.
Run! I'll bet you could make this car run on moonshine instead of gasoline if you wanted to.
Well, Paul, it's been a mighty long time since I've tasted any of your shine.
At your service, son. Try that.
What in the world are you doing to my... Supper's ready.
Maud, you're pretty dead set against liquor, ain't you?
Can you blame me, Lonnie?
No, I guess not.
Thank you. But I guess one little old drink before supper isn't going to hurt you.
Thank you.
It's to you, son.
Beautiful. That is beautiful, Paul. Night, Paul. Night.
Good night, son.
Night. Lonnie, this is your first night coming home. Couldn't you wait till tomorrow?
Stop nagging at him,
I'm not nagging him, Paul. Or if I was, I didn't mean to.
Oh, I know you don't mean to, honey. Now, look, don't you worry. Now, I ain't gonna get in no trouble.
All right.
You!
He could get arrested. He ain't got no license to drive a car.
I swear you're the worryingest creature I ever did see.
Well, his first night home, you think you want to spend it with us?
After 6 years of going without, it ain't likely he'd like to be sitting around chatting with us. Not on your life.
see it in our time.
Morning, John. Morning, John.
Morning, Johnny. Morning.
Morning, Luke. Yeah, all that rain we had cooled things down some, but we could sure use a lot more.
You didn't come in here to talk about the weather, Ben?
No. It's always a good way to start a conversation. You know, Luke, this piddling little weekly of yours don't carry no weight in the state, but I'd be glad to make it well worth your while if you'd endorse me for governor.
You really intend to run?
Yeah? Yeah, I'm fixing to get elected, too. With or without your paper's endorsement. However, I'd still like to have it.
Why? You just said that my paper doesn't carry any weight.
It don't. But it's always good for folks in other parts of the state to know that a candidate's own hometown newspaper's all for. Makes a good impression. What about it, Luke?
Not a chance, Ben. I'm surprised you even bothered to come in here and ask.
I figured you'd say that. There ain't no law against a man trying.
No. And unfortunately, there isn't any law against a man like you running for governor. But there ought to be.
I didn't figure you'd say that. I'll be talking to you, Luke.
Morning, Colonel.
Lonnie?
Oh, hi, Luke.
Is that the first time you laid eyes on Ben since you've been back?
Uh-huh. Luke, do me a favor, will you?
Sure, what?
Drive me over to the License Bureau. I ain't got no license. Well, it just wouldn't do for me to be caught breaking the law.
Be glad to, Lonnie.
Luke, Mrs. Marquand. I hear she's real bad since Davy died. Is it true?
Well, it's hard to say. Nobody ever sees her. I was talking to Ben's son-in-law yesterday, just before he got on the train for Baltimore, and he said...
Wait a minute. Ben's son-in-law?
Yeah. Didn't you know Melinda was married?
No.
Yeah, she married a Dr. Thomas, young fellow that Ben brought down from Baltimore to attend Mrs. Marquand.
Yeah.
What?
Come on, get out.
Get away with that?
Sheriff, Ronnie ain't really done anything wrong. I'm not gonna put him in jail just because he wants you.
Otis.
Yes, sir.
Call Bert. Tell him if Lonnie Wilson comes looking for Melinda, make sure he's not to find her.
Now, Colonel, how do you know where he's headed?
You just call him. And get back here. I want you following me out the house.
All right, sir. what's good for you, you will go away. Why did you come here anyway?
Not to see you, Bert. Now you just go tell Miss Thomas I'm here to see her.
She's not home, so you go away. Mr. Lonnie, if you take another step, I'll kill you.
Hello, Lonnie.
Miss Marquand?
Where have you been keeping yourself? We haven't seen you for a long time.
What are you doing here, Lonnie? You know you're not welcome in this house.
I came here to see your sister.
You won't find me up there, Lonnie. Pete, take Mother back to her room. Bert, I want to talk to Mr. Wilson alone.
But Miss Marquand, your father's here.
I'll be perfectly safe. Can I fix you a drink, darling? We had one night together before you found out, Lonnie.
Shit. That ain't much payment for spending 6 years in a chain gang now, is it?
I know that. I also know that 6 years is too long for me to keep remembering what it felt like being with you. If I had remembered, I wouldn't have a husband.
You know, when Luke kind of told me that you were married, I couldn't believe it. What the hell kind of woman are you, Melinda?
Not the kind that can wait for what...
I waited.
You had no other choice.
No, I sure didn't. But I did have a choice about going to that chain gang now, didn't I?
I'll do everything I can to make it up to you.
What can you do to make it up to me? You're Mrs. Thomas now.
I was Mrs. Thomas last night, Lonnie.
So that's the way you figure it'll be.
Any way you want it to be, darling.
It's too late for anything to be the way I wanted it to be. Now, I don't think your husband liked the idea of sharing you, and I sure as hell didn't waste 6 years of my life in that chain gang expecting to come out to stand in line waiting my turn with you, Mrs. Thomas.
You go about your business, Bert.
Yes, sir, Colonel.
What if she wait in the other room?
All right, Colonel.
Lonnie, you put me in an embarrassing position being here in my house. How can I possibly explain you?
You won't have to. I'll do it for you.
You'll do no explaining to nobody. Things are going to stay just as they are. It's better that way.
Better for the Marquands.
And for the Wilsons. You keep quiet, Lonnie. Zuba won't have to be a sharecropper any longer. He'll be owning the land he's been working for the last 35 years. You don't keep quiet, and no telling what's liable to happen.
I ain't in any mood to listen to any threats, Colonel.
Ooh, I'm not threatening you, Lonnie. I'm just trying to acquaint you with the facts of life. I surely do hope I've been successful.
You think you got me over a barrel, huh?
You gonna leave now? I should better get Otis in.
I never seen anyone pour shine down his gullet like that. You got me worried, son.
Any man who's got a fool like me for a son, you got a right to be worried.
You ain't no fool, Lonnie.
Pa, I'm the biggest damn fool that's ever lived. And that's a God's honest truth.
Lonnie, please, what's the matter?
Go on, both of you, get out of here.
Oh, Lonnie, please.
Get out!
Needn't be, Marty. Ain't likely he'll be able to sit up and take nourishment.
Cass, go take the keys out of the Jeep.
Oh, Marty.
Come on now, come on.
Women, take the keys out of the Jeep. That boy ain't going nowhere. I couldn't find his backside with both hands the way he is. Feeling better, Lon?
Oh, I couldn't be feeling no worse. Say, Pa.
Huh?
Why is it you don't use a tractor to pull that plow instead of that no-good, balky old mule?
Ain't got the tractor no more, Lon. They sold it for junk. We've done poorly since you've been away, Lon. Here we go. You know, Colonel Ben's been mighty good to us. Let us stay on the way he has. Wonder he ain't evicted us a long time ago.
Pa, you're gonna be living on this land until the day you die, and you got my word on that.
I hope these things will fit you, Lon.
They'll fit. You don't gain no weight in the chain gang.
You know, Lon, you ain't changed one whit in all the time you've been away.
Oh, yeah, Pa, I've changed. I'm a little bit older, but I'm a lot smarter than I was.
If you were smarter, you wouldn't have put 2 full bottles of my moonshine into your empty belly. I gotta go clean the inside of the barn.
Morning, Lonnie. Glad Thurman Case ain't here, because I'm tired of getting my pinball machine all busted up. What'll it be?
Nothing to drink, Roy. Just want to use the phone.
Anything else, ladies?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Bert.
Yes, you can.
Hello?
Hello, Melinda. The Colonel's there. Let me talk to him, will you?
Ben?
Hello, Lonnie.
What's on your mind? Were you serious about turning the deed of the farm over to Zuba?
Of course I was serious. I signed it over to him a month ago. Got the deed right here at my house. Glad you decided to be practical about it, Lonnie.
Meet me at your hunting lodge in about an hour. Oh, and bring Melinda with you.
There ain't no reason for Melinda to come along.
Lonnie? Morning. Come and have a drink.
Ain't got any time, Luke.
Man's always got time for a free drink. Lonnie, I pulled out this old copy of the paper. April 15th, 1954.
Hey, Luke. This, Doc Thomas? When's he due back?
On this afternoon's train. Why?
Just curious is all. Like to see what he looks like.
Are you sure that's all? Colonel Ben Marquand's son killed by Lonnie Wilson. The only headline I ever put in my paper that I thought was a lie. Read the item at the bottom of the page. That item tells about a big Founders Day get-together at the hotel. I was there, Ben and Melinda were, but you weren't, Lonnie.
Come on, Luke. You know sharecroppers ain't very often invited.
Yeah, I also know that the Colonel is not in the habit of letting his sharecroppers ride around in his fine cars. Listen, when Ben and Melinda left that hotel, they were both so drunk they could hardly walk, so they sure in hell weren't in any condition to drive an automobile. Lonnie, Melinda, was she to be your reward?
Come on now, Luke. Would you give up 6 years of your life for a woman?
21? For a beautiful woman like Melinda Marquand, might have been tempted. And if I'd have come out expecting to claim my reward and found out somebody else had collected it, there's no telling what I might have done.
You know, Luke, you're sure right about one thing. A man's always got time for a free drink.
Lonnie? What were you and the Colonel discussing on the telephone?
Now, who told you I was talking to Colonel?
Well, the directory was open to the M section, so I just figured that's who you were calling.
Luke, why don't you try and forget what happened 6 years ago, man? That's ancient history.
It wouldn't be ancient history if you'd tell the truth about the way Davy Marquand was killed.
I told the truth to Judge Knox 6 years ago.
How much money did the Colonel pay you to take the place of Melinda?
Well, now, if you're so damn sure I didn't kill Davy, why don't you just print it in your newspaper?
I can't print a thing like that unless I got the facts to back it up. If you weren't the dumbest critter that God ever...
Well, I giving you trouble?
No, Otis, no. I was just telling him that Ben Marquand was no more fit to be governor of this state than you are to be sheriff of this county.
Hey, Otis. It sure does look like Luke don't have no more use for you than he does for the Colonel. Don't it?
I see you're making yourself right at home, Lonnie.
Well, now, Colonel, I used to spend so much time up here that I feel right at home.
I'd give Zuba full title to the land he's been working. I consider that deed payment in full for what you did.
I'm the one who'll decide when I'm paid in full.
It's already been decided by both of us. Better remember that, Lonnie.
You sound just like you're threatening me again.
That's just exactly what I'm doing. I asked you to wait in the car.
I want to talk to Melinda for a minute, Colonel. Alone.
If you don't start talking pretty soon, Lonnie, the minute will be up.
The last time that we were here, I didn't know you were married.
I'm glad you didn't know.
If your husband had been in town, would you still have met me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then the fact that he's coming back today shouldn't make any difference.
What changed your mind since we talked yesterday?
Well, the idea of never being with you again was more than I can stand. So I figured that half a loaf is better than none.
You're just as crude as being. I guess that's what made me fall in love with you. I'll see you about 8.
He's still set on getting revenge.
Mrs. Marquand, I am only following the doctor's orders. Please be reasonable. Stop that! Put that down! Let go of me! Let go of me! Get out! That was a very childish thing to do, Mrs. Marquand.
What's wrong, Mother?
I'll tell you, Peter, when this woman gets out of my room.
Now, Mrs. Marquand.
Nora, please.
Peter, I asked Nora to call Davy in for lunch, and she said she couldn't because Davy was dead.
Davy is dead. You must try to understand that, Mother.
Peter, you must never say cruel, unkind things like that. Oh, Melinda, would you drive over to the Wilsons and ask Lonnie to come over and fix my window?
Of course, Mother.
Nora, it'd be much better if you coddled Mrs. Marquand instead of upsetting her by saying things like that.
I'm only doing what Dr. Thomas instructed me to do before he left. He told me not to humor her anymore, and to tell her that Davy was dead every time she mentioned his name.
You do as I say.
Doc. I'm Lonnie Wilson. I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
Yeah, what about?
Well, we can't talk too well right here. Why don't we go somewhere where it's a little private, huh? What do you want to talk about? Doc, if I will get you 10, then Melinda will find an excuse to get out of the house tonight. Now, don't get sore at a guy who's trying to do you a favor. It's just that I think there are some things about a wife that a man ought to know.
Well, there's nothing about my wife that you can tell me that I don't know.
Oh, well, then you know she's been cheating on you. I don't blame you for doing that, Doc, but don't try throwing another one. Now, if you don't think Melinda's cheating on you, you just be at Colonel Ben's lodge tonight, you hear?
Surprised that you showed up at all.
Now, what would your husband say if he knew you were here? If you were my wife and I caught you with another man, I'd kill you.
I'm sure you would.
driving through town this afternoon. He's a mighty good-looking fella.
I didn't come here to talk about him, Lonnie.
How about a drink?
Forgive me, but I'm glad you did. What do you think he'd do, Lonnie?
I wasn't sure. Thought he might shoot you, or me. Maybe both of us, I don't know. I sure thought he'd do something. Not just peek in a window and drive away. What the hell kind of a man do you marry anyway?
A civilized man, not an animal like you.
Some animals are satisfied to have just one mate. And that's more than I can say for you, Mrs. Thomas. What was that for?
I thought it was the best way to get you back here. Now, Lonnie, you didn't think anything your simple little mind could dream up could drive me to suicide, did you? Lonnie. Operator, give me 160, please.
You're not a very good shot.
I'm an excellent shot. I didn't intend to kill you, darling. But I might if you don't stay right where you are.
Here's your party. Hello?
Ben, let me speak to Ned.
He's not here. Something wrong?
I just shot Lonnie Wilson.
Why in God's name do you do a thing like that?
I'm at the lodge. I'll explain everything when you get here. But don't come without Ned.
Be right over.
I'm glad he didn't rush in like an outraged husband. I probably would have been too flustered to come up with a reasonable explanation. You're such a violent man, Lonnie.
Your husband ain't gonna believe any of this.
My husband will believe anything I tell him. Now, I don't want to see you killed, Lonnie. If you're here when they arrive, I doubt if I'll be able to prevent it. I know how angry you are. But you really should leave before they get here. Lonnie? I'm sorry you weren't willing to settle for half a loaf. Managed to push him away from me and get a gun from the gun cabinet. I told him if he didn't stay away from me, I'd kill him. He just laughed. Came after me again. I shot him. When I called you, Ben, I guess he got away.
Miss Melinda, I promise you, he's not going to get away from me.
You, take Melinda home, Doc. I'm going with Otis.
My nerves are still pretty shaky, Ned. Would you fix me a drink, please? I wish I'd told you the truth.
Why did you lie to me?
Didn't want to upset you, darling. Ned, before Lonnie was sent away, he was in love with me. When he came back and found out I was married, he came to the house and made a terrible scene. He carried on like a madman. He said I belonged to him and no one else. He telephoned today and told me to come out here tonight, and if I didn't, he made awful threats, Ned. I thought if I came out and talked to him, I could make him realize how ridiculous he was behaving. It's necessary to tell you my talk wasn't very successful.
Melinda, I was out here about an hour ago. Lonnie Wilson stopped me at the depot today. He said if I came out here tonight, I would find you were cheating on me.
And you believed him?
Well, I must have taken some stock in what he said, or I wouldn't have come. And I did find you kissing him.
But I'm your wife, Ned. I wouldn't kiss him. He forced me. You thought I was being unfaithful to you. Well, say it. That's what you thought, isn't it?
Melinda, if he intended to rape you, why would he want me here?
I can't understand any of the workings of Lonnie Wilson's mind, so don't ask me to explain them to you. How can anyone explain the workings of a mind depraved enough to do this to a woman?
Yes, this is all my fault. Never would have happened if I'd told you of my meeting with Lonnie Wilson.
You trusted me. You would have. Without trust, a marriage didn't work very much.
It's worth even less without love. I do love you, Melinda.
Do you, Ned?
Yes, dear. Very much. Please forgive me.
Oh, darling. Oh, you can't imagine how horrible it was.
I'd better take you home.
Oh, no. No, don't go away from me, baby. Oh, hold me close. Oh, I love you so, Ned. Just want to forget there's anyone else in the world besides you and me. Make me forget.
Shining that light in here for?
Send your boy out here, Zuba.
Turn that thing off. Oh, it's you, Sheriff. Why didn't you say so?
Where's Lonnie, Zuba?
What do you want with Lonnie?
Where is he?
Ain't got no idea. He ain't been here all day.
What do you want him for? He ain't done nothing.
This if you call rape nothing, Maud. You just stay put right there, Zuba.
Turn that thing off!
Honest? You spot him, Colonel?
Ah, I told you he'd be too smart to come back here. Let's go.
He wouldn't do a thing like that.
How do you know?
Because I know Lonnie.
Lonnie? The sheriff was just here. Lonnie, didn't you hear what I just said? The sheriff was here looking for you. Lonnie, I'm your pa. Tell me what happened, son. You ain't gonna get nothing out of him tonight. He's dead drunk again.
After what you did, why'd you have to come home?
Go on, Cassie. Oh, help me get him to bed.
Leave him be.
Lonnie.
Get my arm out.
Pa. Oh, Pa.
Look out, Who shot you, Lon?
Who shot you?
Molly, get a knife, paring knife, something. Get that blood out, please.
Oh, Lonnie, honey, we can't do that. We got to get a doctor.
No. We don't need no doctors. Paula, you can do it. Please.
I can try, Lon. I can try.
No, Paul, you can't. You died blood poisoning.
Come on now, Cass. Wouldn't bother you so much, would it?
No, he wouldn't. Go ahead, Pa. Cut into him. Don't make no difference. He ain't gonna live long anyway. Oh!
Now, you get out of here, Cassie. You get out. We can't get the bullet out, Pa. But we can stop the bleeding. Go on out, keep an eye peeled in case the sheriff shows up. Go on, Pa. Paul, stop that and watch for the sheriff. I don't believe what the sheriff says you did, Lonnie.
Marty, you're the only person who does believe me. But ain't no one gonna take the word of a convict against the word of a Marquand.
Melinda's the one that shot you, ain't she?
Oh, Marty, go on to bed.
Lonnie.
Go to bed. Go on.
Marty, why don't you get yourself some rest?
Oh, I couldn't sleep, Pa.
Do it for me, will you, honey? condition of travel, Lon.
Lonnie, the past can't be undone.
Let go of
Let
me.
it be. Please let it be.
I'll let it be when I've done what I've got to do.
You don't know nothing.
I didn't mean it, Lon. I didn't mean it. He must have been pretty weak. If I could have dropped him with one punch. Here, honey. You all right?
Mr. Conant?
More.
Lonnie was shot last night and the sheriff's hunting him.
What?
My brother's not a criminal, but if somebody don't stop him, he's going to be. He's set on killing Melinda Marquand.
Well, you better come inside while I finish dressing. Better take the Jeep around back before you come in.
I want that gun. Now, where is it?
Where is it? All right, all right. It's down here. And if you're so certain on getting it, why don't you just dive down into the bottom of this old well and get it? Go ahead, go on down and get it.
Where's the Jeep, Pa?
Maybe that's down at the bottom of the old well, too. Why don't you go on down and see her on?
Maud took it to get a doctor, didn't she?
I don't know.
Didn't she?
I hope she did. Lon, you're such a stupid, bull-headed cuss. You ain't got brains enough to help yourself, so somebody's got to help you. That's all Maud and I are trying to do, Lon. Help you.
I don't need any help!
Paul, did you keep Lonnie here?
He's on the barn. What's he doing out here? We need a doctor, not a newspaper fella.
Better get some more coffee, Bert.
Yes, sir, Colonel.
Morning, Colonel.
Morning, Doc.
Hope you weren't worried about us, Ben.
No, I'm never worried about you two. Here, sit down. Just asked Bert for some more coffee.
Did Otis find him?
No. He's probably out of the state by now. At least I hope so.
Well, I don't understand you, Ben.
Neither do I.
I'm not exactly without influence in this state. But even if I was governor, I couldn't have Lonnie Wilson put away for the rest of his natural life without him first standing trial.
Yes. Trial would be a terrible ordeal for Melinda.
Well, I suppose you're right. The thought of that animal going scot-free infuriates me.
Mr. Marquand. Oh, Dr. Thomas. I'm having a difficult time with Mrs. Marquand. I even had to...
Excuse me, Doc.
Why are you looking at me like that?
What did Lonnie do out there last night that made you use a gun on him?
Well, Ben, I explained that to you last night. Didn't you believe me?
Not for a minute. You know, the guns in that cabinet ain't loaded. Lonnie's carnal appetite got so out of control. You would have had to hold him off long enough not only to get a gun out of the cabinet, but to get cartridges and load the gun. Melinda, you just couldn't have done that. I sure like you in a black dress. Now, you tell me just exactly what happened out there last night.
Any man who'd go to the chain gang because of a woman must be out of his mind. How could you do such a dumb thing, Lon?
Shut up, Pa.
Lonnie, you already wasted 6 years of your life. Don't let hate destroy you completely. I want to help you, but I can't.
You want to help me, Luke? Get me a gun.
Now, what good will a gun do? You can't even lift your arm.
Nothing wrong with this one.
Oh.
Damn mule, ain't he?
Now, look. If I tell Otis you're here, you won't get close enough to Melinda to be able to kill her.
You wouldn't tell him, would you, Luke?
If Lonnie doesn't do what I tell him to, I will. I mean that. Unless Otis shows up, you stay here until I get back.
I took care of him before, Luke, and if you don't take too long, I can do it again.
Well, what are you chortling about?
It ain't right for a woman with a face like yours to be so brainy.
I'm not so brainy I to realize Lonnie was up to something.
And whatever he was up to sure boomeranged on him.
Bert, now you be sure and tell Nora not to leave Mrs. Marquand.
Yes, sir, Doctor.
Come on, Luke.
Right?
Come.
Colonel's upstairs.
I didn't come to see Ben. I came to see you, Doc. I'd like to keep you from becoming a widower.
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, I imagine that your wife's version of what happened last night was very convincing, but she's a liar.
Now, look here, Connor.
Take it easy, Doc. All I'm trying to do...
Well, ain't often you come calling on me, Luke.
Maud Wilson tells me that Otis is hunting Lonnie. Thought maybe you could tell me why.
If Otis is hunting Lonnie, it's news to me.
Nothing Otis does is news to you, Colonel.
Excuse me, Luke.
If you want to find out what kind of family you married into, come over to the Wilson place and bring your satchel with you.
Hello?
I just found Lonnie's Jeep parked in back of Luke Connett's house.
Looks like we were wrong about him leaving the state.
Did you search Luke's house?
Sure, but I didn't find him. Luke ain't here, neither is his car.
Oh, Luke just left here.
I'll bet he can tell us where Lonnie's holed up. What do you want me to do, Colonel?
I don't care what you do, but find him and find him quick.
Ned, I thought you'd gone.
I'm leaving soon.
Why don't you send Bert to get the prescription?
No, I better do it myself. Anything you need?
Yes, you. You're the only prescription I ever need.
I won't be long.
Hurry.
I just can't understand why Lonnie wouldn't tell you who shot him.
It was your pa or Melinda.
No Marquand has any reason for liking your brother, but they certainly wouldn't shoot him. My father couldn't afford to get involved in anything like that now.
Feeling a little squeamish, Maud?
I just can't stand to see Lonnie hurting like he is.
I think the doc is hurting more than Lonnie.
Thanks, Luke. Quite a woman, ain't she, Doc?
He must have loved her very much.
But not as much as he hates her now. Right, Lonnie?
About the same, Luke. How do you feel about it, Doc?
Well, you do believe what we told you, don't you, Dr. Thomas?
Don't make no difference, Marty, whether he does or not. The word of an ex-convict never would stand up against the word of a Marquand. And it still won't. Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
You aren't going to tell the Colonel that Lonnie's here, are you?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, Lou. Well, we don't know what's going on, Cass, but it looks like Ned does. Else he wouldn't be at your house.
Bed?
What's the matter, Pete?
Who shot Lonnie Wilson?
Boy, pretty stupid running a horse like that.
Well, I'm the stupid member of the family, remember? What do you expect, Dad?
Get that horse back to the stable. Turn him over to someone who knows how to treat horses. Right now.
I saw you over at the Wilson place, so you must know who shot Lonnie.
No, I don't know. I don't want anyone to know I was at the Wilson's place.
I guess.
Somebody's coming! Somebody's coming! Come on, I'll hide you, son.
Let go of me, Pa. Let go.
Lonnie, stay here. Don't run. If you do, Otis will surely kill you.
Where's Lonnie, Luke?
I don't know.
You're a liar. Look at the barn, Virg.
Now, wait a minute. Put those guns away.
Look at the barn! Get the dogs out of there.
Otis, Lonnie doesn't have a gun, so there's no need to be any shooting. Hold on.
He probably took off when he saw us coming. Left you behind to stall for time so he could make a getaway. Get the dogs out. Did you get him? Now! Who are those dogs, Otis? Now, wait a minute, Sheriff.
Please don't kill him. He hasn't done anything.
Is it done?
Zuba, keep it.
It's the middle of the summer, Nora. We don't need a fire in the fireplace.
How many children do you have, Mrs. Marquand?
3.
And what are their names?
Melinda, Peter, and David. Peter, what are you doing with Davy's toys? Peter, what are you doing?
He's burning them, Mrs. Marquand.
No!
Because Davy had no use for them. He was killed 6 years ago.
No!
You should know that better than anyone else. You weren't 50 feet away from him when he was killed. You saw it happen with your own eyes.
Stop torturing her, Ned.
Get away. Come along, Mrs. Marquand. Come on. Now look down at the drive.
Why are you doing this to me?
To make you remember. Remember that you saw a car come up that drive with Melinda at the wheel and your husband sitting beside her. They were both drunk. You saw Melinda run over little Davy and kill him. Mrs. Marquand, It is impossible for you to forget that Davy was killed by his own sister.
Oh, no! What's the matter with everybody?
Is what you said true, Ned?
According to Lonnie Wilson. And I believe him completely, Pete.
You really moved into a high-class family, didn't you? They're rotten all the way through. Both of them.
Boy, what do you think your mother'd say if she knew you was catting around with the sister of the man who murdered little Davy? Oh, boy! Boy! That illiterate, hypocritical runt!
Don't look like he's gonna come out, Otis.
Yeah, well, you pepper them windows. Maybe that'll scare him out of there.
Hold it. Heard you and Frank go around the back and keep him busy. It's a cinch you can't watch the front and the back at the same time.
Right.
Otis? I don't want no more trouble out of you, Lieutenant. You just turn around and go right back where you came from, you hear?
Otis, you're not going to take Lonnie without somebody getting killed.
Beat it, Luke.
Okay, but I think I could go in there and talk him into giving himself up. It's no use. You and the boys getting hurt.
Go ahead.
Lonnie! It's Luke!
What do you want, Luke?
I want to keep you from getting killed.
I ain't giving myself up.
I'm not asking you to. Virgin Frank are going around back. You better check them.
That's close enough, Verge!
Otis, stay where you are!
Looks like you made a big mistake letting Luke go in there.
Not half the mistake he made.
What are you doing?
Never mind. You just keep your eye on Virgin Frank.
Luke! You come on out of there, you hear? You're gonna wind up just like Lonnie.
For the two of them in there, taking him ain't gonna be easy.
Will you quit needling me, Thurman?
Oh, Bert, you tell Ben that Luke Connett wants to talk to him?
Yes, sir, Mr. Connett. I'll get him, sir.
What's it for, Bert?
It's for the Colonel, Doctor.
Oh, I just left him in the study. I'll hang up as soon as he gets on the line.
Thank you, sir. Colonel Ben, Mr. Connett on the telephone.
All right, Luke, what's on your mind?
Ben, I'm in your hunting lodge with Lonnie Wilson. If you get over here right away with Doc Thomas, I'll guarantee you that Lonnie will give himself up.
Hear what I said, Ben?
Yeah, I heard you, Luke. I'll get hold of Otis and I'll...
Otis is waiting outside. Be right over, Luke.
What are we waiting for, Ned? Let's follow.
No. What's the number at the lodge?
701.
Got a smoke?
Yeah. Can't understand why Luke would want to help a man like Lonnie Wilson.
Well, I can't understand it either. We're just gonna sit right here until we get...
Well, if you were listening in, I can't understand why you haven't left yet. Now get yourself over here, Doc.
Luke, how long do you think you'd be able to hold Otis off?
I don't know. Lonnie, you see who it is?
It's Melinda and Ben.
Doc, Doc?
Here, Ned.
Well, you left in such a hurry, I thought something was wrong. Where's the Colonel?
Well, he's over there talking to Otis. Well, they'll be finished soon. He'll be right back. Hello?
Is Ned there with you?
Yes, why?
Tell him to come home as soon as he can.
What is it, Melinda?
Mother just tried to kill herself. Ben! Ben!
Colonel Ben didn't stay very long, did he? Where'd he go?
Home.
his wife tried to kill herself.
What?
Lonnie Wilson had just lost his last chance to bring any more misery to the Marquand family. Now, when it gets dark, I'm going to fire 2 shots. I want you and Frank to move in fast.
Okay.
Thurman and me, we're going to hit the front door. Now, you got that, Virg?
What's happened?
You killed our son, you drunken beast!
Now, stop
You
it.
killed your own brother! You
Stop it.
killed Davy! You killed
That's
him!
not Davy. You hear me? That's not Davy. Nobody's been killed. That's Peter. Nobody's been killed.
Man got into you, Ned.
Now look.
No!
Look.
No!
Get up, Pete. Get up.
Now, you see, everything's going to be all right. Nobody's been killed.
Mother, I know how very much you love Davy. But you do know he's dead, don't you? Don't you?
Yes, Peter. Your sister killed him.
Bert,
Yes, sir, Colonel?
you better take Mrs. Marquand upstairs.
I'll take her.
Well, Doc, I should have taken your advice a long time ago. I'll have Mrs. Marquand committed to one of them asylums first thing in the morning.
That won't be necessary, Colonel.
Yes. It'll be very necessary.
Pete, I want you to go to the lodge with me.
The boy's staying right here. Doc, Linda might not have been the kind of wife she should have been, but she's still your wife.
Oh, I don't like to be reminded of that fact, Colonel.
Man's got to be practical, Doc. Having the governor for a father-in-law gives a man a lot of advantages. So you just let Otis do what he's got to do. Otherwise, what'll happen to Melinda?
I don't know, Colonel. Frankly, Melinda, I don't give a damn what happens to you.
don't know which one of you I despise the most.
And while you're making up your mind, go back upstairs and stay there.
Don't you tell me what to do, Ben.
Why? Now you've been told. Now get back upstairs.
You're the lowest thing that ever lived.
Come on, Pete.
You're staying right here, boy. You stay here, boy!
All right, boy, you go on, you hear me? Go on, but don't you never come back. You and the doc, you do your damnedest, you hear? Put us on the front page of every paper in the country. Still won't do you no good, you hear that? Nobody gonna destroy the colonel and his daughter. Nobody! And nothing's gonna keep us from sleeping in the governor's mansion. Nothing! You just remember that, boy!
I don't hear you, Ben.
Yeah, I know. But you heard me, didn't you?
Let's have a drink.
Now, look, fellas, let's be reasonable about this. I was only doing my job. I was only doing what I thought was right. I can't believe it.
What is it, Otis? What can't you believe?
Well, I can't believe any of it.
You know, you've been very faithful to Colonel Ben Marquand. My piddling little paper is going to make sure that you get all the credit you deserve.
I don't like the way you said that, Luke.
You're not going to like the way I say a lot of things, Otis.
Well, Pa, did you find your deed?
Yes, Lon. It was right under the seat, just like you said. Who'd ever thought the day had come when Zuba Wilson would be an honest-to-God landowner? Morty, come here, honey. Take a look, Morty. I want you to take a look. We own every damn bit of this place, lock, stock, and barrel. Cass, we own all of this. We're going to get some more new chickens, and we'll get the rest of the pay for the house.
I swear, I never saw Pa act so crazy or be so happy.
Easy, Daddy. That is, Lon?
Sure, Pa. It's just plain old red dust.
Like hell it is. Ain't nothing plain about that. That's Wilson dust, boy. Wilson dust.